When I was little, I would press my face against the cold window and watch the snow fall outside. Each snowflake sparkled in the streetlights, and I used to think snow was like a gift from the sky. A soft, white blanket that covered all the bad things in the world. It always made me feel calm, like the world was slow and gentle. But that night, when I was 6 years old, something inside me broke. The snow was not magic anymore. It was cold, cruel, and sharp, just like the man who was supposed to protect me. My father. I still remember him yelling at me, grabbing me by the arm so tight that it hurt. I was wearing only a thin nightshirt, no socks, no shoes. The house was warm, but the outside was not. He dragged me outside, opened the door, and pushed me into the snow. I fell. The snow was deep and freezing. My feet burned, and I couldn't breathe for a moment because the cold felt like knives stabbing my skin. I looked up at him, hoping he would stop, but his face was angry, and his eyes looked empty. He didn't care. He didn't see me as his daughter. He saw me as a problem. A mistake. A thing he wanted to break. "I told you to be quiet," he said. "You never listen. Now stay out here and think about what you did." I was only 6. I didn't even know what I did wrong. I didn't know what I was supposed to think about. All I knew was that my whole body was shaking, and I wanted my mother to help me. But she never came. She stayed inside the house. She didn't even open the door. The lights in the house were warm, and I could hear her voice faintly from inside, calm and soft, like nothing was wrong. Like her child wasn't outside, crying in the snow. She didn't care either. That night, I learned something. Some parents don't love their children, even if they pretend to. Some parents are only parents on the outside. On the inside, they are cold. Just like the snow. My parents chose my older sister, Ava. She was their golden child. Pretty, polite, perfect. They gave her gifts, hugs, warm dinners, soft blankets, and sweet words. They gave her everything. They gave me silence. And pain. Sometimes when Ava and I would fight, I would be the one blamed, no matter what happened. My father's voice would boom through the house. "Stop crying. You're too sensitive. Nobody likes a weak girl." He didn't know that it wasn't the tears that made me weak. It was being forced to hide them that did. I used to think I was broken. I used to believe something was wrong with me. But now I know better. I wasn't broken. I was being broken. Years passed. The snow kept falling every winter. So did the pain. Cold nights. Slammed doors. Silent dinners where nobody looked at each other. I learned to stay quiet. Not because I wanted to, but because speaking only brought punishment. I learned to hide my thoughts, my dreams, my real voice. Outside, I was the quiet daughter. Inside, I was fire. When I turned 10, my father stopped hitting me. Not because he changed, but because I learned how to stop giving him the reactions he wanted. He hit me to feel control. When I stopped crying, when I stopped begging, when I just stared back at him with empty eyes, he didn't know what to do. So he stopped. My mother never said a word. Ava got older. She became popular. She posted happy pictures online and told people how amazing her family was. She had followers. She had boys who liked her. She wore nice clothes, got good grades, and everyone said she was perfect. Nobody knew she was perfect because I was the one who took the blame for everything she did wrong. She learned how to smile in public and stay silent in private. But she wasn't quiet like me. She was cold. She enjoyed watching me suffer. Sometimes she would whisper, "You're nobody. You'll never be anything." She said it with a smile. She meant every word. There was one moment, when I was 13, that I will never forget. It was winter. Snow outside. Again. Ava pushed me in front of my parents and said I ruined her project. She lied. But she said it in such a soft, sad voice that they believed her instantly. My mother didn't even look at me. My father grabbed my hand, took me outside, and threw me back into the snow, just like before. But this time, I didn't cry. I didn't shake. I stood up slowly, even though I was freezing, and I looked him straight in the eyes through the window. And he looked away first. That was the moment I made a silent promise to myself. They would not break me. I would not let them win. And one day, I would make them see what they created. Not a broken girl. Not a weak girl. But a storm. A storm they could never control. I didn't scream. I didn't argue. I didn't run away. I watched. I learned. I waited. I started writing down every lie, every hit, every trick, every moment that they tried to destroy me. I was quiet, but I was not blind. I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. I wanted people to see them. The real them. And I wanted them to see what I was going to become. I got older. I worked harder. I studied alone, late at night, under my blanket with a flashlight, because I was not allowed to keep my light on. My family thought I would grow up weak, uneducated, and small. But I made myself bigger every day. I secretly saved money. I taught myself things they said I was too stupid to learn. I watched Ava get everything handed to her. And I told myself, one day, all of this will turn. One day, the cold will not scare me anymore. One day, they will stand in the snow. And I will walk right past them. The day I finally left the house, I didn't say goodbye. I didn't pack a suitcase. I didn't write a note. I just walked out the door without looking back. I was 18, and I had no family, no love, and no home. But I had something they never expected me to have. Power. The power to choose who I become. Now, years later, I am not that scared girl anymore. I am the storm I promised myself I would become. I made my own life. I made my own name. I worked hard, earned money, and built myself from the ground up. People who meet me now don't see the snow or the pain. They just see a woman who survived. A woman who never let the cold stop her. But here's the part they don't know. I never forgot. I never forgave. And I'm not done yet. The story isn't over. The snow is coming again this year. And I won't be the one outside this time. I will be the one standing at the door. Watching them shiver. Watching them break. Watching them realize what they created. Not a quiet girl. Not a weak child. But a woman with the power to destroy their lies. Just like they tried to destroy me. This is not a story of healing. This is a story of revenge. Cold, patient revenge. The kind that waits. And then strikes. Just like winter. Just like snow. But this time, I bring the storm. Please like and subscribe for more videos, also comment where you're watching from.